Grandy dandy friends, it is a good day to begin the climb. March is upon us. And I have been really enjoying the All Will Be One, the Pawbo format for a while now. So we're going to be dedicating a whole bunch of streams in March to trying to climb to Mythic, in Limited specifically. I might do Constructed, but the fact of the matter is, I want to laser focus on Limited because I am so loving not just this format, but my god, Wizards seem to be knocking it out of the park with every freaking Limited format for like years. A couple announcements as we're heading into the first draft. First of all, it is March 1st, which is day one of our New Year's DK30. DK30 is an event that we run twice a year where we all come up with a project we can get done with in about 1 month's time, 30 days, and then we all start on the same day together. So that way we can be supportive and encouraging to one another through that entire process. Because sometimes you're going to wind up having huge delays and derailments. Other times you're really happy with what you've done, you want to share. And DK30 is a way for us to have a community event around that. And if you go to our website, day9.tv, there's a DK30 tab at the top. If you'd like to join on, that's great. If you want to join and start a few days late, that's also great. I am a little delayed in writing my project on there because of the last bit of news I want to talk about. Last bit of news I want to talk about is that my cat, Despy, is doing okay. She's right over there on her blankie. The diagnosis is that she had a bit of a liver disease. It looks like it's going to be curable. She's been responding really, really well to treatment. And so now I have little syringes that I need to, like, squirt food into her mouth and medication to her mouth, try to shove pills back there a couple times a day. So we'll see whether my cat will love me as much at the end of all of this. But right now, she had a stressful few days, so she's resting. But I am so relieved. I have been melting for the last 72 hours. I'm going to go ahead and pick up Skrelv's Hive. I like this as, I think of this as a really long-term play. Yes, it can apply pressure early on, but the big thing that Skrelv's Hive, I feel like, is excellent for is beginning to build up momentum as time goes on. As we're starting this March to Mythic, I feel like the biggest description of this limited format is not necessarily that it's really aggressive, but rather that it is... I like the word fragile. It's very fragile. A card like Bladed Ambassador, which is going to be the one that we choose here, Bladed Ambassador is a really good example of a card that if it lands and you don't have a good answer to, it's very easy to just lose. Couple turns of swinging in with a Bladed Ambassador, and then even some generic 2-drop like Fleshless Gladiator is enough to just pick you off. This feels like a very fragile format, and so for that reason, as many 2-drops as you can fit into your deck is often great. So cards like Skrelv's Hive doesn't help deal with the fragility, so it feels like a little bit more of like, I don't want to call it like a turn 4, 5, 6 play, but this is kind of how I'm thinking of it. Not that you would play it then, but its participation in assisting you is a lot later. So, other notable cards here. I'm quite a fan of the Mandible Justiciar. I will call this Mandible Justicar more often than I want to. We also see a Volt Charge, which is great. Which is just great. So, I mean, I think you know that I love Malcator's Watcher. I love Predation Steward. I think Exuberant Fuseling is okay. Exuberant Fuseling, let me just go ahead and mark this. Exuberant Fuseling feels like a very good example of a card that can be very threatening, right? Can be very aggressive, but it's an X1. So as a result, it's just not very helpful for stabilizing, for slowing the board down, things like this. An untapped should be working if you try to do on hovers. Full Charge is just amazing, deals 3 damage and proliferates. Very, very good for poison counters, obviously, but also has a lot of nice interactions with all the oil in the set. Bladed Ambassador, for instance, can do some good stuff. Oh my god, there's someone who is as slow as me? How thrilling. Oh my. Capricious Hellraiser. 3 less to cast. You have 9 or more cards. When it enters the battlefield, exile 3 cards at random from your graveyard. Choose a non-creature, non-land card from among them. Copy. You may cast the copy. Is this actually just a bad card? I think Vivisection Evangelist is very good. I think it's very, very good. I think I overvalue it, but I also think it's very, very good. I think one of these, or Blazing Crescendo, or Complete Devotion. I'm gonna get the Vivisection Evangelist because I just understand how to play with it. I have not actually been liking Charge of the Mites. I've actually been feeling very cool on Charge of the Mites. Now, it's plausible that I should have seen that there was some option to go blue-white. Because I see a Transplant Theorist. I've honestly felt pretty cool on Charge of the Mites. Go ahead and pick up the Transplant Theorist, because I've been seeing those later than I would have selected. I've been seeing the Watchers of Malcator wheel around a lot. I think I'm doing this right. I think I'm going to go ahead and get a Mandible Justiciar. Because this makes artifacts. This is an artifact. I think Mandible Justiciar is just a great, great, great stabilizer. Works well with equipment, works well with all the artifact creatures in the set. I'm not 100% sure that I'm blue yet, but Transplant Theorist, I think is okay. The artifact decks feel so good, especially when you get the Eyes of Malcator. So do we see anything else good here? Yeah, I quite like Orthodoxy Enforcer. A 4/4 Vigilancia has been very nice in my experience. I'm going to go ahead and grab it. Just waiting on those Eyes of Malcator. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. I really am quite a big fan of Vivisection Evangelist. This is, I feel like, one of the weirdest cards in the set because it feels like this would be a first pick, absolute bone-crushingly sick card in other sets. Or excuse me, in other sets, but like in this one, people are very like, I don't know. Escaped Experiment. This is I think a good opportunity to start dipping into blue. I think Ataxian Raptor is alright. It's a fine blocker that can eventually punch in for a little bit of damage, but I like it 2 drops a little too much. Vane says you're 7-0. Malcator plus a Masticore. That's one of the most concentrated joy I will get out of this set. Dude, it was so good. It was so good. You may have heard of this guy, Day 9, that just loves things that cost 2. Go me. So, we might dip into more red, we might dip into more black, but I mean, even if I just set these cards aside, we have some pretty good things in 2. So I think white is open, so that's good. Lots of these Mandible Justiciars is excellent. Complete Devotion. Probably not going to be winding up here. I'm talking at a slower, more calm pace because I have used all the adrenaline in my whole body. Really, a Predation Steward. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Gataxian Animist. Excuse me, Anatomist. Even though I don't think I'll be snatching it up. Terramorphic Expanse is probably the right one to pick because I don't know how aggressive I'm going to be, and Terramorphic Expanse is just going to be nice to dip into Volt Charge, dip into Vivisection Evangelist if need be. I guess this. This is pretty bad. This is looking pretty pretty terrible. Honestly, I'll probably just get another escaped experiment. This, I think, is the best card here. Toxic 2 for 2/2, I think is great. Pack stinks, but I think that's fine. This is also something that I mean by the format feels very fragile. There's a lot of just drag useless commons. I'm not going to dip into green at this point because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be blue and white. Oh God, oh God. I'm taking my vitamins. And the desiccant packet came out. Now, you might normally be like, so who cares? It's just a desiccant. You don't need to worry that much about it. But when I have a sick baby cat, oh my goodness. I will do anything to limit the amount of scary things that go into that cat. So, oh my goodness, it's the Eye of Malcator. Jesus, 2 of these? Whoopsie daisies. So, Swooping Lookout. The Eye of Malcator is amazing. What does this one do? This seems bad. So I think it's this or the Eye of Malcator. I'll probably get the Swooping Lookout. Flying Vigilance. Oh my god. Welcome, Unctus. Welcome. Artifact creatures get +1/+0. When this creature becomes tapped, draw a card, then discard a card. Amazing. Alright, well, I mean, that's the pickup. Dungeons Without Dragons says, Double Singer would have been an amazing green-white pivot. You know, yeah, I think that I'm very confident that white is going to be flowing. And the blue looks pretty open, too. And because this format feels so fragile, I think I'm more content to focus on what I believe to be open rather than try to do some sort of complex switch. Because, I mean, 2 escaped experiments and a transplant theorist makes whole white as open as hell. Kembakar Enduring is just great. We might not run either of these, this Volt Charge or this Vivisection Evangelist. Yeah, I think my read has been pretty accurate up to this point. I think my read has been really accurate, actually. Like, super duper accurate. I don't really like the Watchful Blister Zoa. I really don't, but I think everything else here is terrible. I'm actually doing pretty good on the 2-drop front. I think I'm doing pretty good on the 2-drop front. I mean, I think this is the least terrible thing here. I mean, technically Dune Mover's alright. Another Swooping Lookout seems pretty solid. Yeah, I have been an accurate assessor of things. Because this format is so 2-drop heavy, seeing a Mandible Justiciar wheel would probably only happen if there was unbelievable other white options or if people were just not running white at all. Can I see the Meldweb Strider art? Yeah, Ed, I'll go ahead and show it because there's no chance you're going to see it when I'm playing. Ah! I think I was really correct as hell. Blue and white are the 2 colors that are open. We're just gonna get our pick. It's like only blue and white. I think I do want the Gataxian Raptor, honestly. Do I really want this? Yeah, maybe we do want Distorted Curiosity. I'm gonna get a Gataxian Raptor in the pick 9. Wow, yeah, literally no one is these colors. I'm going to pick up another Orthodoxy Enforcer. I think I like this card more than most, because it just seems like such a great beatdown card. I am lacking a little bit of interaction. Dude, I'm reading this well. Basilica Skull Bomb, maybe. I think I just don't really generally want to be running more than one of these cards with as aggressive as I'm being. Dude, I am... I know what is happening in this draft. That is for certain. The probability of this being in the final deck is quite low. Ossification, don't mind if I do. Hey! Awesome! Oh, sweet! Oh my god, Tyrannix Rex. Oh, yo! Alright. I mean, I want to pick this because I like green a lot, but Ossification is it as hell. So on the wheel, we're certainly going to get one of these two on the wheel, which is terrific. Let's see here. I mean, this is a pretty unbelievable start. I don't know if we're going to run this Complete Devotion. I don't know if we're going to run this Aspirant's Ascent. Another Unctus would be pretty rad, huh? It's so good after an incredibly stressful 3 days to be kicking things off in our March to Mythic with a deck that is an homage to our favorite character in the lore, Malcator. We have a Planar Disruption. We have an Eye of Malcator. Distorted Curiosity. What's a Drivnod? I think there's a 100% chance of this wheeling. Do I want this Distorted Curiosity or do I want a Planar Disruption? I think I just want the Planar Disruption, yeah? It's good early, it's good late. We might not even run the Distorted Curiosity. This deck looks fantastic. Combat Squirrel says, why is it that every time I tune in, we're talking about our one true Lord and Savior, Malcator? I think people really undervalue Malcator. Probably Mesmerizing Dose. We don't have a lot of hard removal. I'm not really eager to be running Aspirant's Ascent and Complete Devotion. We don't actually have a lot of stuff in the 3-drop category. None of these get me horny, so we'll go ahead and grab the Mesmerizing Dose. Interesting. So it says 13 creatures. Don't know if we'll be running this. We'll certainly get to pick up another one of these, right? So we should get a Planar Disruption. I think that's right. We don't have that many Eyes of Malcator, which makes these a little bit less value. Okay, so no one is green, huh? Or the green players don't value this, as they should. I think this is okay to have one of these. Especially because we have these couple of flyers. This is like another really long-term play. This is very good. This is very, very good to have. Because this can help us just cycle away our other stuff. I'm feeling very positive about this. Curve ends at 4. Told you we'd get it. And then it's going to be another 1 in 2? Another one coming up? Yeah, Malcator's Watcher with Infested Fleshcutter is alright. Yeah, Bako Taco, our little baby cat is doing alright. She is doing alright. I'll pick this guy because he makes cool noises. Really? I didn't get it. Wait, is this next one where I'm going to get the Mandible Justiciar? Didn't show up at all, huh? think we have 15, 16 creatures. I mean, this deck just looks great. It looks really, really terrific. Ooh, we might actually run this Chrome Prowler. No! Alright, this is the game. So, need more eyes, certainly on the inside. Yeah, like half the deck is 2-drops, that seems pretty good. We're definitely not going to be running all the land. Let me actually just pull out this land real fast. This is a great way to have people not lose their minds about your land distribution. So if I sort by creature, I'm very pleased with this curve, especially because we have some low drop removal types. I have Malcator, technically counts as a creature. I actually think I'm just going to cut the Distorted Curiosity. Yeah. My reasoning for this is that the Transplant Theorist can do cycling. This can scry. These things redraw. This is a mana sink, meaning that I don't really need to be spending a ton of the mana. So I actually think that if we just focus more on pressure in the board, this really seems like what this format is about. And I am done. So I think I go 8-7. So how do I do this where I favorite stuff? Well, this is nice. Click the arrows. Okay, wait, open the arrows and click the heart. Oh my god, I did it. It took all the clicks in my heart. So if I do this now. Oh! Alright, that's great. I actually think that's a very cleverly done UI as well. Alright, I'm also going to be... Yeah, you doing good? You're on the heating pad. You're meowing. Alright. Alright, so let's manage this prediction. How many wins will Day 9 get? Bang, there it is. Let's do some votes. This is actually pretty hilarious. We have 14 2-drops. 14 2-drops out of 23 spells. That's good. Or 24 spells, excuse me. Roast Beef Sandwich says, it's quite the pile of 2-drops, but you left out the 4/3 flyer. The 4/3 flyer that costs 5, is that the one that you're referring to? This format is very, very low to the ground. Very good hand. The Last of Mike just joined us. Welcome, The Last of Mike. That is such a dope name. The Last of Mike. Where'd you go? We moved to another location. Okay, good. Going first with Swooping Lookout and Ka. Kamba Ka. Then we can Planar Disruption and keep smashing in. Terrific. Obviously, whiffing on the land hurts a little bit, but still think it was okay. I think it is still okay. First strike trample. I think I do like this, because then my opponent is... It's plausible that villain will swing, I don't block, I take the damage, then they play something which I planar disrupt so I can get in for a little bit more. I'm going to do Escape Experiment instead because I want to be doing more total damage. Sure. I feel thoroughly afflicted. So no to this. We just take that damage. So... reduce this one down to -2. Operation Bing Bong commences. So, now the Bladed Ambassador, I didn't leave up any, you know what I'm trying to say to you. I didn't leave up any stuff. Any indestructibility counters. Reason being that this is green-black. That's a little bit behind on the board. A lot of the black spells do -1/-1, do all sorts of other good stuff, so... what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to Chrome Prowler. Turning this turkey sideways. We can swing out. Reducing this down to 0. And things feel good. Oh my god, the one Jame! What a treat to see. Look at this. Look at this one, Jame, man. We have glorious Malcator babies coming in. If we just get the island. We'll never know, will we? Oh, One Jame, you raided for... oh my god, thank you, One Jame. I didn't even realize that. I saw your name before I saw the raid. What a sweet little nod of support to our march to Mythic. I think that last game is a good example of what I mean by this format is quite fragile. My opponent had cards, casted them, had, you know, Contagious Vorax, had a couple of good equipments, but at the end of the day... you know, we had a few creatures out early on and just began to apply pressure, and it's really difficult to deal with this kind of pressure. Support nodding like this, just like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, look at this. Look, yeah. Yeah, there it is. All right. Oh, yeah. Terrianor. Seeing nothing on, too, is great. By fragile, do you mean bad? Obviously I don't, Mr. Jinxie. Obviously I do not. Ichor Plate Golem is, I think, pretty important to be willing to trade with because it just makes other things bigger. In other words, if I planar disruption, I think that would be a bit of a waste. But now I can go Malcator's Watcher and planar disruption.
If you're not with me, you're with Phyrexia.
Koth is a good one. Koth is a mighty good one.
Retake this
Yeah.
land from Phyrexia.
Alright, that's alright. The Jinx says, just heard a lot of negative reviews. Was curious your take. Oh, you meant that by... okay, no, I see what you mean. I thought you were trying to be like a little troll. You're like, because we all think it's shit, yeah. I think the format's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really, really enjoying it a lot. I think that it is... Let me give a comment in a moment. I need to just double check to make sure that my extensions are actually there and working. my extensions. It is on. Yeah, I mean, it appears to be on. Yeah, and let me clarify what I mean by this format is fragile. Untapped GG wasn't up for the draft? Really? That's weird. Extension must be busted, because everything's turned on, everything's working, and everything's been working, so who knows. What was I talking about? Yeah, so first of all, what do I think of this format? Overall, I quite like it. Often people like to refer to formats as fast and slow, as in how quickly do the games end? You know, like, oh yeah, you're going to end by turn 5. Absolutely. But I feel like describing it not as fast, but as fragile is a little bit more accurate, because this game does feel like cards like Bladed Ambassador can just run away with the game. Unless you get a very precise answer, it's very easy for it to just not quite be able to do anything. And so, also formats are often fragile when there's not... Jesus, Kaito and Ka? Holy moly.
What real tech can do.
Often you'll see formats that have really good defensive 3-drops. You know, you'll have like a lot of 1/4s, or a lot of 2/3s and 2/4s, 3/4s, just sort of like curving things out. This format does not really have that. And so consequently, the only real way to defend against someone building a board like this in the way that I'm doing it is often to also run 2-drops. That's just some fucking turkey moves right there.
This land will be ours again. Until then,
Probably 1+, actually,
I'll
yeah.
never forget the home we lost.
Planar Disruption. Okay. This will spiral out of control very quickly, so we have to do this.
That's enough.
Oh my goodness, we've been missing some subs here. We've been missing subs.
We'll retake this land.
Oh my god, dude. Mink Donut gifted a sub. Mother of Two Cats gifted 5. Pawniv gifted 5. Holy shit, this deck is enormous. Oh my god, this is incredible. I mean, basically I need to draw exactly ossification. You can Planar Disruption the Planeswalker. Oh, nice. Did I learn? Yeah, I mean, this is just hitting a bunch of crazy bombs in a multicolored deck and getting there. So I kind of am just digging right now for something awesome. Okay, Mesmerizing Dose is pretty awesome. The problem is whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it does make X of those. Out of Mountains. Alright. Why not? To the bottom with you. Okay, so this is Ward 3, pay 3 life. be up against a lot of 1/1s. So that kind of stinks. Alright. Woo!
You're wretched.
I mean, this draft is truly insane.
This is for the fallen.
You have a fucking Serum Core Chimera as fucking well, huh? Jeezy Louise. Wow, this deck is, I mean, this is a magical deck. This is an absolutely unbelievable list. Oh my god. All right. If we win this, that's incredible. Just only draw lands for me, huh? Yeah. Alright. We've only seen half the deck here, too. So, a 2/3, you say? I mean, I am in dis-ba-frickin' leaf. I mean, this deck is so good. So again, ossification basically gives us some real legs here. I have Malcator's a good one. I have Malcator's a really good one, actually. Great. Oh my god. And this is... Okay. No, I think I see how to do this. Watch this. Why no attack with Watcher for 1/1? Because it dies. Because it fucking dies, Viper. He just blocks it, he kills it, and it's done, and it's over. Because I don't want him to die. So here's what's really nice. So I can actually pay blue to make this become a blue artifact in addition to its other types, and now it will stay out as a 5/5. Unless that's not what you were saying. In which case, boy, am I embarrassed. See, now this is just going to stay as a creature. Wait, what? Why does that not stay as a creature? Because it was not until end of turn. Until end of turn? Wait, hold on. This... Oh, this begins with until end of turn. Oh, my bad. I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that. It's okay. I'm still next level. I'm still next level. Still next level. I'm still next level. I'm still next level. This is a pickle, for sure. But our lookout might just win the game. Furnace Skull Bomb. Because remember, Ovica is still making a swarm of 1/1s. Important thing is that this is all calculated, and if any of you disagree with that, then you're cut. You're cut from my broadcast. Fucking a second Serum fucking Core Kai fucking Mara? All right. So, I got my Malcator guys there. I mean, I got another flyer. I'm concerned about the swarm of 1/1s. Not bad. Why don't you attack with Lookout? Because he's a flyer. Because this flyer can get blocked by the other flyer, and then I lose my flyer. Am I being trolled today? Why not swing in? Oh yeah, we could have killed it. All right, yeah, nice. I see. Mentally, I was still treating this as a 1-2. That's what's going wrong. That's what's going wrong in my brain. So now we're going to pass. We're just going to keep chilling. My opponent also has a Transplant Theorist, which is just ridiculous. So this game is maybe going to go on forever. If I draw Ossification, we can begin commencing Operation Bing Bong. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's bad for us. No one's gonna run out of cards in this game. Fucking, he has an Orobrask Forge? This is the best draft deck I've ever seen! This is the best deck that I've ever seen. I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, I might just need to start swinging out, huh? I mean, it's Ovaka. We got 2 Serum Core Chimeras. Transplant Theorist, which isn't that notable. Then we got the Forge. There's another Serum Core Chimera. And somewhere here at the bottom is not 1, but 2 Planeswalkers and an Unnatural Restoration. Ow. This is trying. Let's do this. Let's give our opponent the option to make an error, shall we? I don't think the Eye of Malcator is really going to be that useful. Alright, that's one mistake. Great. Opponent made the mistake. That's great. Steel's good. Alright. Five 1/1s. Oh, is this activate only as a sorcery? Oh, fucking kill me, man. I am missing some texts here. Whoopsie doopsies. Convinced that villain had made an error. Let's see, we have 3 blockers. 1, 2. This is a reasonable amount of damage incoming. Not too keen on all my mites just dying, but I might just have to start attacking just to make something occur. Herbrask is a real turkey here, man. So, oh my god, Kemba's really fucking good here. Holy shit. I mean, Kemba is just maybe what we needed. Oh my god, I cannot believe how challenging this game is. We might just die on this swing, though. A lot of guys coming. We have 4 blockers. This has trample first strike, is that right? This is our first game. This is our second game. This is our second game. Card count, we should have like 7, 8. So we have 9. So by my calculations, so let's double check. Is this sorcery speed? All right. All right, we're you know, we're holding on. We're holding on for dear life. I'm amazed that our deck is going the distance against what appears to be such a ridiculously stacked set of cards. Who's going to deck first? Neither of us, because our opponent has a Transplant Theorist to shuffle into the from the graveyard into the bottom. Not shuffle, but put. And then we have 2 Transplant Theorists. One of them is here, and there's another one still in the deck. Ovica is like such a big fucking problem. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 swingers, we have 4. 11. I didn't compute that one. That's a problem right there. Let's just see what happens. Do I let 5 through? I think I do, right? we'll go to 4. With the Skrelvening, the Great Skrelvening. So they have now 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And on the attack, 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, and 11. Ooh, do we do it? We're gonna find out. If this is a non-creature spell, then Ova could just instantly toasts us. There's not even any other red spells than Koth, right? Cat. 0. Skate Experiment doesn't really do that much. Okay, so now I do this first. Only as a sorcery. Make sure I don't deck myself. Alright, let's put on the full control here. One, two, three, four, excuse me. I need to get to 6 somehow. Fuck it. Here we go. This. So. Oh, I should not have played that land. I fucked up. I was trying to get to this Chrome Prowler. I needed to keep the land. Whoops. Whoops. Oops. Yeah, I think this was tricky regardless. Yeah, it looks like we don't do it. It appears we've been owned. I think we should just concede. Yeah. I mean, I really don't know how we overcome that deck. I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, the game was... Alright. The game was over a while back, but, like... I think that... Yeah, that was just tough. That was just really, really tough. Made him solve, though. I mean, who cares? We're gonna be just fine. That's like the most insane limited deck I've ever seen. kind of hoses us. Because if this gets to 2, villain doesn't have any 2s. Some good stuff. If villain goes to 3, we're fine. I mean, I'll play the escaped experiment. Allows us to keep the pressure up. Generally, will encourage them to crack this, which allows a redraw. Then it's a 1-for-1 on the escaped experiment. And this is non-land permanent, so this can actually hit the ossification. He went to 3! We went to 3! Fuck yeah, ossification on this guy! Wait, ward? No. Do I? Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go like this. We'll target this. Ward 2, decline, so it just counters it. And then my opponent can trade if they want. And then we're going to have Malaktor's Watcher. Going to have Kembaka. And this went to 3. So we're in good shape. We did it. Is this your March project? Dio Grande. I'll post my project and talk more about my DK30 project later. I've had an unbelievably stressful 72 hours trying to make sure that my little gray cat is doing okay. Speaking of which, where is she? Oh my god, you're in your new cat castle. It's a good place. Oh my god, she's in the new castle. She's got a new cat castle. She's doing great. Yeah, I think we're in very, very good shape. Man, for some reason, this pair of boxers I'm wearing is so tight on my left leg. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. Jawbone Duels. Don't cry. Ossify. Gofflesby, happy 116 months in a row, baby. Yeah, no, trying to think of, like, let me write down about my 30-day project. I've just been like, I'm way too stressed. Alright. Planar disruption or ossification, huh? So he is now a 0-2. So we can then ossify whatever is played next, and then swing again. We can summon cats. So I keep getting derailed from this point, but the reason I like to describe this format as fragile instead of aggro is that if you get a couple of good, say, first strikers out, a couple of good defenders out, you can stabilize. But there's not really good defenders at 2 and 3 mana. Outside of things like, oh, well, if I'm just being aggressive with 2/1s and you're being aggressive with 1/1s and 2/2s, like, yeah, we're kind of in a situation where, like, no one can really do anything. Alright, so I think that probably what I'm going to do, I'm probably just going to do like this and just keep hitting in the air. The reason I like fragile is that if you and I both have a ton of 2-drops and we both kind of get them all down, the game can stabilize and go on. There's also some crazy bombs in this format. Because there's some crazy bombs in this format, it really feels like if you don't have an answer for them, you're kind of... Why you didn't make cat? I mean, we had no mana to. Unless you're talking about right now, in which case it's instant speed. even consider moving this over. Ta-da! Cat. Alright, I'm chilling. Not doing nothing. So, I actually think I'm going to hit this 3-1 here. Maybe it's better to hit this one. I think we do want to do that. Pick that turkey off. Nice. Great. Yeah, trading Kembaka. Yeah, I mean that's completely fine. That's exactly how we want our opponent to be spending their mana. Oh, also because this format seems so 4 mana and less focused, I think that 2 mana combat tricks are like in a lot of ways better than 3 mana removal. I gave her her little pill that should stimulate her wee baby appetite. Give her some more of her vitamins tomorrow morning. Alright. Dude, the Euro 6 is hello from Ukraine to all of you guys. Dude, Slava Ukraini, man. Hope you're holding up alright. Hope you're holding up alright with all the insanity going on. No, we take that damage 100%. Looks like Villain's gonna try to bink for 10. Excuse me, goodness. And I know that it's popular to, like, hold land when you have one in the hand, but I really think we want to Kembaka as aggressively as possible. So we want to be making sure that we're playing out all of our landies. Malcator's Watchers are surprisingly efficient at just closing out games. Goodness, excuse me. I'd also like to remind all of you that, of course, the war in Ukraine has just passed its 1-year anniversary of starting. It's been 1 year since Russia invaded. And there are still a lot of battles ongoing, still a lot of support needed. I encourage any and all of you to consider just making a $10 donation today. Don't sub to me. Spend that money just doing a donation to Ukraine. Little small amounts can build up. I've been doing donations where I can over the course of the year, so you know, there's a lot of people who are just going through unspeakable horrors. Right? Drenzen says, any good organizations to focus on? Oh, that's a really good draw. I think this is actually what I want to do. Yeah, this is it. We're just running it out because now we have some big ones. There's a huge variety, and what I encourage you to do is to think of the way in which you would like to help, and then find an organization that matches and aligns with that. So, for instance, there's a lot of people that are trying to escape Ukraine, go to countries like Poland nearby. There's funds that help that. There are people just continuing to live in Ukraine that need food and water. One rebuke is fine. Oh my god, has the game, like, in a weird way, stabilized? There's people on the front lines that need communications equipment. And, I mean, honestly, for me, I just Google, read, research a little bit. And as a result, you can find something that is... Yeah, do you pull this stuff off? I really feel like my opponent might want to try to kill Kemba, but with 10 oil counters and this dying, you know, maybe they should actually focus on the Swooping Lookout or Malcator's Watcher. Especially with the Transplant Theorist, it's going to allow us to begin to really dig through our deck. This is really good. Because this is -X -O, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Not quite enough yet. Oh wait, no, we do have enough. Perfect. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. Reality's showing through. Oh, yeah, thank you. Nice. Superb. Like, I mean, technically you can block this 1/1 here, and then 1 goes through. But then they have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the ground, and 1, 2, 3 here. And then you need a sack to kill off one of these attackers in order to live, which means Kemba gets to live. It's good stuff. But yeah, no, I mean, there's a huge amount of humanitarian and military aid that's streaming in there, and I encourage you to find a organization doing something you personally are like, yeah, I feel really good about that specific thing. So that'll set him to 1. Nice. Kemba coming through strong. Ray Kitty says, Miss Lethal 2 turns in a row. Am I crazy? Instead of throwing the burden out towards us, take a screenshot, look at the screenshot, and then go, hey, I think that we might have been able to get lethal here in this screenshot. But the thing that might be missing is that the Sylex can sacrifice and blow something up. But at this point, we are both trying to remember the same board state that you're remembering. So just take a moment. He needs another counter on Sylex. He had enough. He had 9 on Sylex and 2 on the whatever the 4/5 is. So that's 11 total. So in fact, 1 turn in the past, villain could have done stuff. Yeah, it's 10 from any combination of sources, not 10 on the Sylex. So when he had 8 on the Sylex, he was going to be able to blow us up. It's just 10 oil counters among permanents you control. Well, let's do this first. This is nice, because this can make our opponent go, ooh, maybe I should pick off the Mandible Justiciar with whatever spell effect I have. Oh, are we getting Phyrexia? Ambulatory Edifice, really good card. Picks off the Justiciar, but we'll be able to disrupt that. Down to 12. This is like a good example of one of the best defensive creatures, is an X2. I mean, I am 1000% playing Unctus here. Now I can just swing like this. I mean, technically Orthodoxy Enforcer is going to be a 4/4, or eventually a 5/5 with Vigilance, but smashing in there is generally going to be very, very strong. Hit me. Alright, fine. We go ahead and continue to peck. Okay. Alright, so this is good stuff. This game is a really good example of how I think this format actually works. Very, very aggressive. Where, because I have gone under my opponent, they probably have a good number of 3 mana cards in hand. This is 3 mana, this is 3 mana, this is 3 mana. Excuse me. Where is it? Oh, it's literally right here. This is 3 mana. Are we fucking serious? Man.
You are cared for in Phyrexia's ranks. Join us.
Jeez, man. People are just having a lot of planeswalkers with me today. No mana. My opponent will die. Am I missing something? I don't think so. I don't believe I'm missing anything. Okay. Jeezy Louise. Yeah, I won. Of course I'm happy. Of course. I'm the happiest person ever. Metal Thulu. Happy 70 months-o. Alright. I go first. I think that this might be good enough. I'm not actually feeling it. This takes a long time to activate. This is a good defensive card. I'm going to send this one back. This is a better hand. This is a better hand. I can just literally play more pieces. He could trade, but I think this is fair to do. No blocks. Hooray, Chrome Prowler. Superb. So, actually, should I begin to do some trades here? I have to kill this turkey. I'm not 100% convinced on this Skrelv's Hive. Ugh, that is a tricky one. Fuck. Yeah, I think this is probably correct. Lattice Blade Mantis is a bit of an issue, but I think that my play is to go long term, try to stabilize with Skrelv's Hive. I think that's right. So I think that I just say no, you got it. I mean, I can block here later. Fuck. Alright, so we have two long-term plays. I'm gonna attach to this island. I'm gonna snag this guy. I actually think I'm gonna do the exchange here. Alright. I think I'm gonna cut this card. I just don't think it's good enough. The Kembaka is great. But like every time I have this frickin' hive, I just don't feel good about it. Dude, I believe in Mouthstone. I'm going for it. Yeah, this seems more like a constructed card, if I'm being honest. Just doesn't seem that great, yeah. So I think I say no. Just permit the damage through. Because, like, now I'm going to start dying to Skrell's Hive. And there's synergy here. I mean, I guess this is a play. But now I'm, like, dead in 4. Alright, that helps. That helps. Both of these swinging is an issue. Oh! This is basically the only one that I have. This is it. Alright. Alright. Ay. I think we are dead. This thing seemed like literally terrible. Oh. Alright. Yeah, I think I just need to cut that card. That's the second game where we played Skrell's Hive, and just... there has not been a single game where I've been like, hell yeah. There we go, we're gonna do it. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull out Skrell's Hive. It's a bomb, but all your creatures have to be toxic. I don't actually think it's even a bomb then. I'm gonna go on the record saying I think this card is really bad in everything. This card is really bad against everything, except in constructed. I just don't think it's that great. It obviously will perform better than when you have a much more toxic focused deck. Yeah, I don't think this is a bomb. I think this is a highly conditional card that can be leveraged and is okay. But I don't think it is an all around like, oh my god, fist pump. We got Skrell's Hive up in this, you know. They basically can't race you. Well, they can if they're doing toxic as well. And mites are just generally pretty easy to deal with in the format. Let's see. What do we want to put in its place? I think I might actually... I might just do this Skull Bomb. Do this a go. Yeah, I mean, I just don't think it's that great. I mean, continuing to restate to me, well, if you have Corrupted, then it can do X and Y and Z thing. I mean, it doesn't really change the fact that I think that it is only okay. Opponent goes first. This is an unbelievable hand. And I mean, like, for me to believe that it is actually, like, really good, we would need to have way more value statement than merely, oh, well, you know, person XYZ ran it in this deck and it was alright, you know. Just because someone runs it in one of those situations. That is not really going to move the needle. And Evolving Adaptive is fucking good, dude. So here is the question. I think the right play is Eye of Malcator. And chill. It's a bomb turn 2. I don't think that that's... I don't buy that statement. I think I do want this. This is an important one for me, I think. I think that it can perform well if it's played on turn 2. It's just the statement of it is a bomb. Like a straight up, strictly a bomb. That's the thing I don't know if I necessarily agree on. Because it also doesn't really do anything on turn 2 that helps you stabilize at all. It seems like a niche card that has the potential to be leveraged to do great things. Which does not mean that it is terrible in those situations. It can be quite good. I mean, hell, Eye of Malcator, I think, is fucking quite good. I wouldn't call this a bomb. Like... We will peck in the skies. I'll trade this away, 100%. Holy shit. It looks like we have died. That's too bad, but 3 and 3 is okay. Well, I think that's GG. Alright, I'm just going to concede and go on to the next draft. Ooh! Yeah, so I mean that's a little bit unfortunate. That's a little unfortunate, that draft. But I think that this is one of, I feel like a strong example of what I mean by the format is quite fragile. We fell behind on 2 good curves, and that was that. And then we played that one really long, really insane game. And I think that as a result of that, you know, no big deal. We'll just queue up for the next one.